My formula is get dirty, and that is D.U.R.T.Y. Get dirty. All right. So if you want to be successful, you have got to get dirty. As you got to get down into it, right? It's going to be hard. So that D is your defining moment. So if you want to be successful in something, there has to be some sort of defining moment that brought you to what you're trying to do. Otherwise, you're going to give up because it is going to be hard. And there was a really cool study that actually, I think it was about 100 people in the study. So not a huge study, but they took 100 people who were really successful in their field. And they found that there was an 80% correlation between the worst event in their life and their best success. So it was connected. So they took something that was extremely difficult, a hardship, and they were able to turn that around and maybe find a way to serve someone or change their perspective or their life changed from that. Or they came up with a product or, a business that was centered around that. And that's pretty powerful to know that the things that we kind of use as an excuse or a weakness may actually be the catalyst for the great things that we're going to do in the future. So when you have a defining moment, you can now connect whatever you're trying to create or do to that defining moment. So that's the D, right? A U is urgency. And my pulmonary embolism gave me urgency because it was a very big reminder that I am very mortal, that my days are limited, that I'm living with my +1 every morning when I get up. And so if we don't have a sense of urgency, then we tend to go, I'm going to do that later. I'm going to, one day I want to do this. And then we have that thing where we go, it's not the right time. It's not the right time. Well, here's the secret. It will never, ever be the right time. Never going to be the right time. Or on the flip side, you know what? It's always the right time. Always the right time. Go do it. So a sense of urgency is really important. You got to get that push because fear is going to tell you you can't do it. You just got to go, right? So the R is for roots. There has got to be some sort of root into this, whatever you're doing. So if it's a product, if it's a service, whatever you're trying to do, there has to be some kind of deep root that ties you to it, because otherwise it's going to be chasing success in one area and then you ditch it and you run to the next area and you ditch it and you run, there has to be something that says this is important. So whatever it is that you're creating, those roots are really important. And then that T is for test. If you are not tested in what you're trying to do, you cannot grow. So if it's easy or you're floating around or you're hiding and you're not pushing yourself, you're not being tested and you're going to get stuck. So you've got to put it out there. You've got to get yourself out there and you've got to allow yourself to be uncomfortable and to get tested. And the last one is for the Y, and the Y is yes. You have to say yes when you want to say no. And I cannot tell you how many times over the past 2-3 years I have been given an opportunity and everything in my mind is screaming no. My head is doing this but my mouth goes, yes. Would you like to keynote for 1,000 people? Yes. No, I don't want to do that. That sounds terrifying. I'm not going to sleep for the next 6 weeks because I'm like, I don't know what I want to say. But you know what? You got to do it. I don't want to put this book out. What if nobody reads it? What if nobody likes it? You just got to say yes and you got to go. And for me, that has been the tools that have kind of gotten me to where I am and hopefully keep going on beyond that. But
go get it.